Hi friends, today we are going to see about Jenkins installation in AWS EC2 Instance. So the operating system which I use for this purpose is Ubuntu. Um, what I am going to show is going to work on Ubuntu. I mean, like even the installation can also be done on other Linux flavors as well as in the Windows operating system. And to start with, I am starting with Ubuntu. Basically, Jenkins can be installed uh, on the EC2 instance directly, or we can install a Tomcat, or which we can host the Jenkins package. Apart from it, like if we want, like we can also install Docker on an EC2 machine, and then install the Jenkins on it. So all these three ways we can done. So my agenda here is to install the Jenkins in EC2 instance with the Ubuntu operating system, and like I'm going to call the console or use the console from our personal laptop through the port 8080. This is what I'm going to explain now. So to start with, I'm going to launch an instance now in AWS, and I'm selecting the Ubuntu OS. You can see it is free tier eligible, and like if you see the instance type is T2 micro, which is also free tier eligible. Next, configure instance details. So I'm not going to change anything in this screen. Everything is going to remain the default one. Subnet, auto assign public IP, everything is going to be remain the default. And next, add storage. 8 GB of storage is more than sufficient for us, so we'll click next. Add tags, we can add tags here for, I mean, like if you have multiple EC2 instances running, like if you want to identify it, like you can use the tags here. So I'm going to name it as Jenkins. Now next, security group. So I'm going to create a now if you see the security group, I'm allowing two protocols. I'm like one is SSH, that is to log into the Linux machine. The other one is port 8080, through which we are going to launch the Jenkins console. The source IP you can give even allow all IPs, but for security purpose here I have used my own IP. So once this is done, click review and launch. So we see everything is all set. Now launch the EC2 instance. So key pair, you can choose an existing key pair or you can select a new key pair. So I am selecting an existing key pair. So now the EC2 instance is launched. It takes some time before getting it running, so we have to wait for a minute, not a minute, lesser. So in the meantime, I am using the git bash here to log into the EC2 machine. So I need to take the public IP to log into the EC2 machine. So if you see the public IP is there, so copy the public IP. So machine gets running now. So now we can log into the EC2 instance. I have logged in North Virginia. Paste the public IP of the EC2 machine. The default username will be Ubuntu for the Ubuntu EC2 machine. You can use you can right click and connect and see like how we can connect to the EC2 machine. So here they used Ubuntu at the Amazon AWS.com. There is also a public address. You can use either that or the directly the IP. So instead of the DNS name, you can also use the IP. So since it's the first time login, it is asking for some confirmation. So once you log in, you can switch to root. So now, as a first step, I'm updating the OS patches. And patch is done. Now you can proceed with the Jenkins installation. So as a first step, we are adding the key which makes the Jenkins repository package as authenticated. So once you do the command, like you will get confirmation code as OK. I'll paste all these commands in the description of the video. The next step is to add the repository which contains the Jenkins. So once that is done, we are going to update it so that the Jenkins package gets pulled into the repository. So once that is done, you can issue the Jenkins install command. I think I forgot here to install Java. So for installations of Java, you can use like Java version. So if you see Java is not found, so it gives the command below, like you can go with Java 1.8. so that is JDK 8. Apt install, that's the command. Yes, so Java is getting installed right now. You can first start with the Java installation, then proceed to Jenkins installations. Since I forgot it, so in the midway before the installation of Jenkins command, I gave the installation of Java here. So Java is getting installed. It is installed now. So if you use the Java version command again, you can see it's 1.8 JDK version. And now we will continue with the Jenkins installation. So this is sudo apt Jenkins, install Jenkins. So give yes. Jenkins is getting installed. It's taking some time. It should be done in a minute. So it's done. So now we'll go to the browser. So we can start the Jenkins first. So this is the command to start Jenkins. So once that is done, you can check the status of the Jenkins. If you want to stop Jenkins, you have to replace in place of statuses stop. And if you see, it's active, running. So now we'll go to the browser, copy the public IP, followed by the port 8080. So this is the Jenkins first page. So for the admin password, as it says, like you have to log into this particular file and get the administrator password for the first time. Now going back to the Linux box, so I'm going to give a more command to see the contents of the particular file. So I got the file and I got the content, I got the password. Now I'm going to paste the administrator password here. Hit continue, and like here use install suggested plugins. So you can create a first admin user. Now I'm skipping it for now. If you do not want to use the default admin name and the password, like you can set admin username and password there. And our Jenkins setup is complete now. We can start using Jenkins. So we will be going into the Jenkins console. Here it is. You can able to create jobs, save credentials, manage Jenkins, everything. So you have logged in as an admin user. That's all with respect to this video. I will upload more videos establishing more on the Jenkins, AWS and other DevOps technology tools. Thanks for watching.